It's going to be Gressvon to open Gumiho against Byun. And here we go. Some weird skins here. Gumiho in the top left, Byun in the bottom right. So this is going to be a best of 5. TVT and StarCraft 2. Not very much like TVT and StarCraft 1.
What? Heptagon 24 cheered. X300, another finals, another TVT. Doesn't matter what StarCraft game, Terran is the king.
Must be. All right. As far as these two playing each other, it's kind of an interesting match. I'm not a big fan of Byun's TVT. He gets pretty aggro. I mean, he's had good TVTs that I've liked. I do like Gumiho's TVT a bit more, but actually Gumiho is pretty aggro in the matchup too. I think against... If you take the other top Terrans and you ask me which Terran will do better against the other top Terrans, out of these two, I would probably choose Gumiho slightly. I don't think either of them are super strong TVT. Like, I would favor a lot of the other Terran players over them, but I would choose Gumiho there. But honestly, when I see these two styles clashing, Gumiho versus Byun, it's not that different. And it feels like, yeah, I feel like it's pretty even when they go up against each other. So, Gumiho with that Proxy Rax Reaper. It's a single Proxy Rax, kind of funny. SCV just running around in the main base. Is that the StarCraft 1 SCV skin? Here's the problem I have with the StarCraft 1 skins that they gave to StarCraft 2. Is that it's like I kind of get it, I kind of see it, but it looks smaller than the other skins. And SCVs in StarCraft 1 are so much bigger than they are in StarCraft 2. So, for that reason, the skin is not believable to me. For that reason, my immersion is destroyed.
Donated $3. Oh look,
oh,
another
God.
TVT.
All right, last dono, and I'm pausing.
Blizzard's favorite race. Ted is one in StarCraft 2. Ted is one in Brood War. It's hilarious when you get subpar Teds like you or Gypsy complaining, but never see the best Teds like Flash or Light ever complain.
Actually, they complain all the time. They actually literally complain all the time. Light literally switched to Protoss for a KSL qualifier and got to the finals because he was so fucking sick of TVP. And he almost qualified off of it in one try. And there's plenty of videos of Flash complaining about it. So thank you very much. Anyways, the Proxy Rax Reaper hasn't really done anything. Good blocking from Byun. He's not really going to get out microed or anything. Barrick's going to go scout. I have to guess that this will end up as a mech build for Gumiho, having that one barracks out in the map. But I'm not 100% sure on that. I would like it to be, because I do like Gumiho's mech. And I think if he goes mech, it brings up his percent chance of winning against Byun a bit. Because Byun I could see out-controlling in some of these marine battles. Not that Gumiho's micro is weak. It is good. But it's more... I'm having a hard time finding the word. Gumiho, yeah, it's not quite as good as Byun's micro, I guess. I don't know. I can't think of the word right now. I'll think of it later. It'll pop it into my head in the middle of the night. I'll wake up and yell it, and my wife will be like, "What the fuck is wrong with you?" So, all right, another factory comes down, so it is going to be a mech build. Oh yeah, very excited to see. So, yeah, you know, Gumiho mech, like, I'm not sure what mech he's going to pull out in TVT, what his mech is going to look like exactly. I think it'll be pretty standard. Like, he is getting, you know, Cyclone lock-on. Mag field accelerators, as they're called. I don't know why that one sticks in my head. So many upgrades I don't know the name of. And then mag field for some damn reason stays in my head. All right, double Cyclone drop is incoming. And here we go. That's right before his lock-on's ready. Okay, a counter drop here from Byun with 4 Marines and 2 Cyclones. Dude, is Byun actually doing a bit of a better job? I think he is. What? What? I can't believe he held that with that. I can't believe that tank is still alive. Terran is OP. Holy crap. Well, okay. So where are we at after this light harassment? It looks like Byun is not completely done. Kind of annoying there. He will be pushed away. And this is a very quick scout of mech. Now, one thing I do want to mention, well, he's getting a 4th gas, so I think he's going to definitely stay on mech. But I did see, like, one time someone go, like, to factory, make it look like mech, and then switch into barracks afterwards. I don't think we're going to see that from Gumiho. I think this is going to be straight mech. But I just wanted to point that out, that I've seen something that looked kind of vaguely like this one time that turned into bio. But yeah, again, that would be really, really weird here. Yeah, still trying to get that harass done. Worker count is in Byun's favor a little bit. Looks like these auto turrets doing a reasonable job. Good pickoff on that Raven. Dude, he just won't stop. Byun is so funny like this. The guy just has infinite APM and multitasking. It's like infinite. Look at this. Dude, that thing won't die. What is going on? It just would not die. Oh my god. Medevacs heal like crazy. I don't know if you guys remember, but there was actually, in the beginning of the Heart of the Swarm beta, they had an upgrade that made Medevacs heal faster. It was insane trying to kill anything under them. Absolutely insane. All right, Byun coming out, sieging up a little bit. This is a very key thing to do against mech, is you need to make sure you have enough siege tanks to make it cost inefficient for them to just run up and siege on, excuse me, on you. Now, Byun is almost done stim here. Gumiho, 3rd base, on location. Byun is mining from his 3rd now. Oh, I don't know about this. I don't think this is that good from Gumi. Let's see, though. Lands his Vikings. Yeah. Yeah, that... No, I don't think that was very good. Yeah, the double auto turret really seals it. Damn, dude. GG. Yeah. I think that Gumiho would have been okay if he hadn't done that. Like, I don't think he would have had to leave the game. It didn't feel like he was that far behind. But that attack was very poor.
What iPhone game is this that you're sponsoring now? Do you have a code to get 15% off our first month or no? Not sure if you've thought about that or have any opinions.
Yeah, man. So this is a free game to play.
Donated $4.20.
You can check it out. Use the command StarCraft 2. Free to play, yeah. And thank you, Anonymous, as well. All right, we're going to be going into game number 2 here. Yeah, StarCraft 2 scales up very quickly. Yeah, I don't actually have a StarCraft 2 command, guys. Sorry. Couldn't find it on Steam. Oh, it's an even better game launcher. Didn't you know? The Blizzard launcher. Blizzard Activision launcher. That's the best game launcher. I don't even buy Steam games. I only buy Blizzard Activision games. What do you think on map 7 of MVP versus Squirtle? MVP is balls of steel, man. Legendary GOAT forever. All right, game number 2.
Nuts McButts donated $3.33. Byun literally destroyed his wrists. He microed Reapers, more or less to a world championship, and was pretty much solely responsible for getting the unit nerf. His micro is pretty fucking nuts. Shame his hands died for it though.
Now, from what I understand, Byun's, you know, he has had some wrist problems in the past, but from what I understand, his wrists are pretty good now. Right? Like, a lot of these things can recover. We've had countless Terran players get wrist issues in StarCraft 1 and StarCraft 2. And some of them get surgeries, some of them just take it easy for a bit, learn stretching routines and things like that. So that, as far as I know, Byun's wrists are okay at this point. But yeah, could you guys clear something up for me? Real quick? Guys? Could you guys can you clear something up for me here? Because I can name like 30 Terran players between StarCraft 1 and StarCraft 2 that had to get wrist surgery or retire because of their wrists. Could you guys name a Protoss player for me who's had that happen? Could you name one? Just one. I only want one. That's all you need is one Protoss player. Just name one that had that happen to them. You can't? But they're equally hard. The races are equally hard. It's just it's hard to do different things with them. Those lucky Protoss players just never getting an injury. Isn't that crazy? Okay, let's go back into the game. All right. So looking at this, both of them going for the early Reaper as expected. See if Byun is going to grab that factory quickly. And, well, yeah, both going into the factory. Nothing too crazy here. Oh! He wants that so bad. Not going to get it, though. Now, does he try to dive his own Reaper in to get that? Gumiho gonna back up with his Reaper. And yeah, I mean, this is really very, very mirrored. The Gumiho getting his tech lab a little bit quicker here. So probably just gonna get into stim right away. Gonna go for that bio play. Not feeling the mech here once again.
Dicks out for Harambe donated $3.33. Marty McBoober. Tassels had wrist problems. Hello?
You can't name people that are not like pro gamers, man. That doesn't even make sense. There's also like a bunch of secretaries that have had wrist problems. We could say that they're Protoss because that's what they would get their highest MMR with. But that's not something we're gonna do. Okay, guys, you name parting. That's fucking great. Can you name a second one? Your guys are amazing. Guys, you're so smart. Look at you. The most micro-intensive Protoss player of all time. Got wrist injuries. You fucking geniuses. Can you name one second one? I can name 40 Terrans. Can you name a second Protoss? Get the fuck out of here. All right. So we have the Cyclones being made on both sides. Raven coming up. Banshee for Gumiho, though, instead. See if we can get some harassment with that. Yeah, just a bit of roaming going on. Yeah, I wonder. You know, obviously that first game, Gumiho did a pretty poor attack. I'm surprised that he pushed that so hard, man. Like, since when is making 2 factory tank and like 4 Vikings gonna win you the game? Kind of a weird one. But right now, Gumiho going across the map with his Banshee. That is the big difference between these two builds. So we'll see if he's able to get that damage. Going for the Raven follow-up as well, of course. Double Cyclone in here. Banshee going in through the back. Honestly, there's not that much that shoots up right now, so this could do pretty well. It's a very quick Banshee in the base. Like, you're not waiting for Cloak. You're not even thinking about getting Cloak. Look at this. What's he got that shoots up? Like, that little group of Marines, and that's basically it. All right, Banshee going up towards that main base. Look at this Banshee, man. It's doing really, really well. Oh, I thought he actually might get away there. Just barely not, though. Double auto turret will push him back. Or rather, kill him straight up. 3 Ravens are out. None are able to go across the map for harassment at the moment. We'll see if he ends up sending one out. Third base going to land for Gumiho. He has taken a bit of an SCV lead on the back of that Banshee. Stim. Very, similarly timed here. This move out from Byun, I'm not thinking that this is that great. He does have 3 Ravens, but there's 2 Ravens with good energy on the other side, so I think they're going to be able to mostly equal out. But hold on here. Hold on here. Marines are doing pretty darn well. Okay, some good micro, and the Cyclones actually do end up making a bit of a difference. 2 Vikings joining the fray as well. He's going to be able to kill off this tank on its way home. So Byun losing quite a bit. I'm surprised about that attack, but that's part of the reason why I'm not a big fan of Byun's TVT specifically. Because he does stuff like that, and you look at it and you're like, is that supposed to do something at 7 minutes into the game against your opponent that's doing basically the same build? Like, how much can you out-micro tanks with tanks, you know? Your opponent, we're like closer to his base, his reinforcements get there quicker, you know? So Byun just now floating down his 3rd command center. Definitely feels Gumiho favored at the moment. He won that battle. He's had his 3rd mining for a longer time. He's not really behind on upgrades. In fact, his 1-1 is quicker, too. I hadn't noticed that. Yeah, his 1-1 is faster. He's already got his armory on the way, so he's going to be able to continue into 2-2 with little to no in-between there. Nice little siege line here. Good defensive spot right now. Yeah, nice kill there from Gumiho. Wins that small tank battle. Backs that one up as well. I hope he is able to save that one. Now, this position that he's taken, I wonder what the exact goal is. Like, he picked a tank. That's great. He's got air dominance, so that's something. I guess just being here in general is kind of annoying for Byun. It's a little bit hard for him to leave with some harassment forces. And that's not Byun's style either. Byun likes to walk around with a bigger army. If this was TY, it would look a bit different. Now, he actually disables one tank, runs and snipes the other. I like that move. I think that was a good little move. I do like that. Reduce that tank count a little bit. Byun sneakily throwing up a command center at 9 o'clock. And here we go. He actually loads up 3 medevacs. Now, I don't think Gumiho can push in there, even though a bunch of Byun's units are going. Oh, look at that! What? What? Look at Gumi, man. Wait, what is this? Why would you go all the way up there? Oh my god. You're getting a little bit overconfident maybe here. Trying to come in with his air units, seeing if he can get anything picked off. Doesn't look like it right now. fourth base on location. A little bit later than Byun's. Has to move back with this small containing force on the left-hand side. It's time for Gumi to move that army, I think. I'm getting a little bit nervous for him. Getting a little bit nervous. He's left that there a long time. I guess he does have... Oh, do you see that second army that's just outside of the scan? If Byun decides now to attack into that, the second army that was hidden outside of the scan... Was he still outside the scan? Yeah, I believe he was. That could have stemmed in and destroyed whatever the hell came down. So, looks like... Yeah, look at this. He keeps on reinforcing to the back. Now, moving forward a little bit. Don't forget, he does have that air vision. Oh. I thought he was trying to siege the very furthest tank. What? Okay, okay. Yeah, Gumiho just railing through everything. Byun way out of position with his Marines. Dude, when you kill that many tanks and you still have this many tanks as Gumi, oh, he's got this. Look, he's got the concave as well, which, as I've heard, beats the convex. GG. All right, tied up 1-1. Nice game. That was good. I think that was a good follow-through from Gumi. You know, he had that little containment. He kind of hid the units that were behind it. They were out of scan range, and Byun kept scanning there, right? So he's trying to gauge, like, how much do you have in this location? And Gumi did a good job of hiding that and then suddenly coming in and snapping his neck. That was a good game from Gumi. Yeah, Gumiho is definitely one of my favorite players. Oh, what are in the trash bags behind me? Those are Protoss players' build orders. I go through replays and see what they did against me, write it down on a piece of paper, and then throw it in a fucking trash bag. I'm gonna have it buried with all the toxic waste out in New Mexico. All right, guys, we're going into game number 3. Ancient Cistern. Well, every Protoss has a different build order, right? None of them know how to fucking do anything normal. Just make stuff up on the way. All right, we have a Gumiho in the top right, Byun in the bottom left. Whoever wins here will be on match point. Nice close match.
What? Guy in the guy donated $3.33. Well, Artosis, I am afraid you have dug your own grave here.
Oh?
You, my friend, have stated that Flash and Light have played Protoss themselves. Any wrist problems they have received must have been from their much harder Protoss days, not their EZ Terran days. What? I can name a TOS donated $3.
Okay.
I can name 2 TOS actually that had wrist problems, but both are from StarCraft 2.
Okay, go ahead.
But they did play BW, Combat EZ and Rats Teaser. Both being single for so long, after gaming sessions would have to take care of themselves. You know how that can be bad on wrist.
Oh my god.
Undercover underwear cheered. X300, RT McBoober considers Tassils a secretary. Got it.
He would be a pretty bad secretary, to be honest.
Breasticles donated $3.33. Artie?
Yeah.
I love you. Thanks for stream, my man.
Thank you, Breasticles. You're very welcome, Breasticles.
What? The underscore Jambulance donated $3.33. RT, why are you lying to the guys? We all know what's in the bags behind you, and you're a sick fuck. Let Rusty out of the bags. Hashtag free Rusty.
What? Rusty's doing very well, my man. He actually gained a lot of weight lately. He was like so skinny. But now he's been getting into the puppy food for Moxie, so he's gained a bit. He's not fat yet, but we gotta watch just to make sure. All right, I'll pause those donos, guys. We'll look at them at the end again. So it's 2 racks Reaper here from Byun in that bottom left. Gumiho going up into the factory. He's going to be completely fine. This factory a lot quicker here, so that's kind of nice. And it's not a very aggro, you know, 2x Reaper build from Byun. It's not like proxied or anything. He doesn't need to get damage from it. In fact, excuse me, he's only showing 1. And sees exactly what the build order is. Hey, he's going to get... Oh, I thought he was going to get 2. But yeah, I guess if he dives there, he loses that. Very likely to the Reaper that pops out. Oh! Now double Reaper comes up. And Gumi might be punished here. Oh, he does trade 1 for 1, though. So that's not so bad. And then comes back with his own. So... Oh, actually goes well for Gumi. Goes well for Gumi. Now, definitely not over. You know, we very oftentimes in TVT early game have combinations of Reapers and Hellions fighting each other and poking a little bit. You know, and then someone gets a Cyclone and that kind of puts an end to everything, right? But here with the double racks, we can see Byun maybe power up to like 4 or 5 Reapers and try to go again. And that could change the math on that since he is so good with those Reapers. All right, there's the 4 Reapers that he's going to try to dive in with. Okay, targets. Ooh, the grenade actually does get a hit. You do want to dodge those grenades. They don't do that much damage, but it does add up. Good micro from Gumiho. This is a good hold. And there's a Cyclone that I was talking about. Eventually, someone makes a Cyclone and it ends. Every time. It's funny stuff, man. A lot of StarCraft 2 is quite mapped out. I guess a lot of any RTS gets mapped out after enough years. Now, the double Hellion, double Reaper drop coming in from Gumi. It's not a bad way to try to utilize those units since they super don't scale. Like, you want to see if you can utilize them in some way where they'll be useful. Whether that's like a dive in later with the Reapers is very common. You don't see this as often, but this is a good move, I think. Like, honestly, anything you can get here, as long as the medevac makes it out, I think you're happy. But if you're getting a lot of kills like this, even losing the medevac could be okay. Right? Dude, picks up 6 kills? That's so legit at this stage of the game. Look at that worker count. 3330 now. Gumiho going to be popping up. It's going to be 3530 for a second. Like, very nice. Very nice. Gumiho getting his 3rd command center there on the high ground. Just going to sit that medevac, I guess, until a Viking comes out and then burst it back in, try to get anything out he can. Pretty standard stuff. 2 more racks here for Gumi, who has started his stim. We have combat shields coming up for Byun. Oh, the double medevac move out from Byun. All right, let's see what Byun can do here. Going towards the natural. There is a siege tank in good position there. He's got a couple Ravens and a handful of Marines, so... Well, I mean, you're going to get in there really quickly and deal some damage. Let's see how much... Ooh, the Cyclones are in position, though. That makes it a lot harder. Because you could lose the Cyclones here and you're not crying about it, you know? And in fact, won't even need to do that because Byun's just going to back up. He sees the writing on the wall that that push is not going to end up working out. All right, double drop into that main base. Yeah, kills a Deepa, loses a couple Marines. Worth. Good play, good play. Gumiho here has 1-1, about halfway done, by the way. eBay's just starting for Byun. So he is definitely going to get behind as far as those upgrades go. I gotta tell you, I'm liking Gumiho's spot a bit more. I feel like his harassment has been just slightly better. His upgrade timing, obviously better. Look at that. Forces a cancel in the third. He already has his third command center done. Straight upsies. Like, he can float that down whenever he wants it. In fact, it's coming right now. And Byun trying to come in once again, but Gumiho with plenty there. Of course, he does not have combat shields as of yet. Byun did get those upgrades very, very quickly this game. But he has enough overall to just push him back. 1-1 going to be finishing. That means that's pretty much the end of Marine fights for Byun until his own 1-1 finishes. Like, he just will not be able to win anything. You can still harass with him. I'm just saying no, like, straight up engagements. He'll fall super quick unless he has really overwhelming numbers. All right, boost in. What is this? Gonna pick off some tanks if he can. Picks off 2 immediately. Oh my god. Plus armor shred and 1-1 advantage. Insanity. Oh, he's got to get his Marines in there, though. Okay. I guess that hold was good enough. Felt like Gumiho pulled too far to the right with his Marines there, though. Yeah, and he's going to be able to clear a lot of this. Look at this. Kills 2 medevacs as well. Dude, Byun is not having the greatest game here. His production tab looks fancy, but honestly, that's because he's behind a bit. Has those 2 upgrades gone. Gumiho not starting any 2-2 or anything, just moving out across the map. Maybe has smelled the blood in the water. All right, good siege setup here from Byun. Could have a little bit of a hard time. He is way down as far as army supply goes. His econ looks fine. Cancels that off. Yeah. Sets up a siege tank here. But we have enough Raven energy that, like, Gumiho is going to go for it. I think Gumiho is actually going to get a kill move here. Dude, you're up 30 supply army-wise. You got to do it. GG. Gumiho leading 2-1.
What? Rusty donated $3. You know why I got fat? I've been taking my new GF2 Starbucks a lot. 4 pup cups. Busty loves pup cups. Plus, we are now engaged.
Rusty and Busty.
I'm almost one. It's time to tie the knot. Marriage does a thing to a dog's body. So yay. Don't fat shame me or Busty. I love Busty. He.
I like the idea that he has a
Busty
girlfriend named
my
Busty.
Pickle donated $3.33. Rusty whimpered quietly. He had already tired from scratching at the side of the bag, but the air was getting low. He had to keep trying. He had to get his revenge on Daddy Artie. If he made it out of here, he would have his vengeance, and it would be brutal.
Terrible. All right, guys, we are getting into game number 4. Gumiho with that map lead. Let's do it. Babylon. So we have Gumiho in the top left. And in the bottom right, we have Byun. Byun needing to win this map to bring us to game number 5. It does. Here's the thing, too. Like, I think that one of the most impressive series that we've really seen in the last few weeks, I think that Estrella had some really impressive PVZs last week, so I don't want to say the most impressive, but Byun vs. Dark was, like, truly, truly awesome from Byun. So he's definitely playing really well today. But so far in this series, like, Gumiho does look better. He did do that one really bad attack that Byun stomped, and then Gumiho just like gave up. But that was such a weird game. It was one Rax proxy Reaper, fly your Rax around for scouting into 2-fac siege tank, attack with 6 tanks and 4 Vikings or something. It's like, what? Is that a build? Is that a strategy? What have after 12 years, it's the first time I've seen that. It looks like it's going to get crushed and it gets crushed. What are we doing? So if that's his only loss, I'm definitely liking him to take this game number 4. All right. So.
What? Raygeki72 cheered. X300 Arty. Did I ever tell you, I was in a band?
No.
We were called the Lost Cats.
Okay.
You may have seen us on your local telephone poles.
Okay. I don't even know why I think that's funny. I'm going to pause the donos, guys. We'll play them at the end. Okay, so command centers for both sides. Double gas coming up for Gumi, who has done this off of a Marine expansion. So his command center quite a bit faster. But since Byun is playing a little bit more passively here, he's not really going to get punished for that. He's just going to have a very nice, very fast natural CC. Even making that bunker, which I like quite a bit. And really, Byun doesn't have anything coming anyways. Like, he's getting it out on, he's making a fact. So, yeah, I like the opener from Gumi. You don't see that very often. A no gas expand in TVT. It's really not that common in StarCraft 2. All right. Well, factory is coming up for Gumiho. Obviously, quite a bit later than Byun's. That's fine. He's got the double gas going. Still producing Marines off of the 1 barracks. Starport coming up for Byun. We got to assume that this is going to be right into Ravens. He's making that tech lab on the factory, maybe for a swap. Marines trying to guard the Reaper jump up location. You don't want to be letting that in and seeing what your plans are. Medevac actually coming before any Ravens or anything here for Byun. Oh, look at that 3rd CC. Kind of in a funny location as well, like way up to the side. I wonder what this drop is, though. It's just going to be 6 Marines and like a Hellion? No, he sends a Hellion Reaper elsewhere. But he doesn't have any good intel on what Gumiho has done here, so this is kind of like a poking expedition, a prodding, you know, like trying to figure out what exactly is going on over here. He's going to see that 3rd command center. We're going to, in fact, slow it down quite a bit. Brings 3 Marines up. Well, the 4 Marines in the bunker do a good job right there, but this is very painful. Siege tank and the Marines together should be just enough. That wasn't too bad from Byun, honestly. He lost a Marine. Some health, obviously, on the medevac. And the Reaper Hellion that he had. Who cares about that? Gets 4 SCVs, slows the command center, sees what's going on. He killed a few Marines as well. Well, actually, maybe he only killed 1 Marine, but whatever. Still. So that 3rd command center going to be finishing. Byun is making his 3rd on location. Oh, look at this. The Raven coming in. Maybe he wants to drop it to... No, the command center's finishing, so unable to slow that down anymore. Single siege tank sieging up here. Does that hit the gas? Actually, I'm not entirely sure. Well, it covers the Marines somewhat, and he's going to be able to get a depot, and maybe more than that as well. Siege tank moving forward. Oh, it does hit the gas. Okay. Damn, siege tank range, am I right? Incredibly annoying harassment here from Byun. I mean, killing 2 gases is not nothing. Gumiho's build probably going to be thrown off a fair amount from that. All right, a little rotation here from Byun. Looks like he wants to cover possibly a marine drop in there, but with that air advantage, it doesn't seem too likely. All right, this Siege Shank going to go ahead and blow up the disabled one there. Missile turrets going up for Gumiho. Some defensive measures here on 2 base. Quite a few. Look at that. Maybe he has Byun's number in that regard. Gumiho a bit slower on those upgrades as well. Really, it feels like it has turned around in this game. Byun's certainly having a better game here. Might be able to give us that game 5 we're looking for. Ooh, nice volley there. Knocking out that over-ambitious Siege Shank. All right, so flies through with some Raven harassment, and it looks like he will end up losing the Ravens. Very, very... Yeah, I mean, there's no way for those to get out. But that is pretty annoying, really, right? Like, he's losing a handful of units here, maybe a depot, 5 SCVs. Is it worth for those 2 Ravens? Well, it does draw a lot up into the main base. Byun stimming and running up here into the natural. Picks off the Liberator before it can get any shots off. Look at this. He's got it. GG. Going on to game number 5. All right. Does Artosis is unmalloyed? Is that, are we arguing about this meme? Dude, the ESL Open Cups for the last few weeks have been really good, which is good because we had a few weeks at the end of last season before the season officially started that sucked. I almost stopped doing them. There was like no one signing up. The games were terrible. It was bad. But they were like really good. The last 3 weeks have been fucking sick games. All right. We're going to get in game number 5. This is going to decide it. Dragon Scale is going to be where we finish this up. We have in the top left, the based Gumi god himself, Gumiho, and in the bottom right, Byun. Former world champ, both GSL champs as well. All right, not really sure what to expect. Byun played a much better game there. It does still feel to me like Gumiho's TVT is just a little bit better. Game number 5, thank you all for tuning in. By the way, I am going to mention once again, after this, I'll be doing Brood War Ladder, but later this week, currently the plan is Thursday. It was going to be Wednesday or Thursday. I believe it'll be Thursday. I'll be playing StarCraft 2 Ladder. First time in years.
Gumiho, 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 Gumiho. Let's go.
All right. I'm a huge Gumiho fan myself. But yeah, thank you, Heptagon, and best of luck to our competitors. And of course, yeah, anyways, like I was mentioning, I will be playing StarCraft 2 ladder for the first time in a very long time this week. I play Protoss in StarCraft 2. I will never do Terran to myself ever again. I love myself too much now. All right. So double racks proxy here from Gumi. I think Mapu might be trying to show us here that that he just barely can't see it. Yeah, I guess that's what he's showing. Yeah, of course, Gumiho does have that lined up just right. It's going for that second gas as well. The 2x Reaper. Let's see what he gets done with it. Quick reactor. Okay. Okay. SCV comes up. Okay, and he sees... Is that's a factory. That has to be a factory. Yeah, yeah. This is a funny one. Okay, lifts that depot. That's really important. You got to keep those Reapers back. Waiting for a second Reaper. Dude, reactor Reaper here, and he's going to get a Hellion out. I don't know, man. Okay, jumps up on the left side of that depot. Depot might not be doing what you want here. Okay, is going to kill off the SCV, making that factory right now. Now, 2 Reapers are about to pop, so this is actually really important. Gets a couple SCVs here. Doesn't want damage on these, though, because when the 2 Reapers pop, if he has damage at all, he will lose that battle. And look at this. He has another one pop out himself. Uh-oh. Byun in some trouble here. Is the Reaper God going to lose to Reapers? It's a possibility. Yeah, put some good damage on that Reaper as well. 4th comes out. Great grenade there. Look at this. Oh, my God. He can't get down. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Did you see how far that jump is? I love it when Reapers do that jump. Anyways, that was a really good surround from Byun. Gumiho, he dived back. He wanted to leave with everything, but he loses multiple Reapers. So that went from a situation where I was pretty sure Byun was dead. Like, if he had gone out with all of them, I think Byun is pretty dead here, right? But losing 2, it's like, well, maybe we have to go back and play defensively and do a regular game now, right? He lost a lot of units there, and now Byun just going across the map. He has a bigger army by quite a bit. A little bit of a painful way for it to go. All right, just doing some scouting right now with this barracks. All right, that's some good micro there from Gumiho. Look at that. Secures a ton of Reaper kills. Byun getting out with his last Hellion. Another Reaper jumps up in the main base. We have Cloak coming up. Oh, the Cloak follow-up from Gumiho is really, really good here, I think. Byun has taken so much damage. Look, he's down 5 SCVs. When you deal a lot of damage to someone, sometimes, especially a Terran player, sometimes it's really smart to follow up with cloaked units. Because, like, when your economy is hurt like this, you can't really save scans, right? You have to throw out those mules to try to catch up, to try to kind of normalize and stabilize your economy. So I really like the Cloak Banshee follow-up. I think that's very, very smart from Gumiho. Another attack in. Yeah, this one not going nearly as well. Excellent hold here from Byun. Excellently done. Out micros Gumiho for sure there. But the Cloaked Banshee that's going to be coming in is going to be deadly. That is a lot of very damaged SCVs as well. All those red ones get one-shotted. Yellow ones... The orange one gets one-shotted too, I believe. Looks like it. Yeah, this could be very bad. He has a scan. He has 1 scan. Oh, is he going to suicide in? Oh, he gets just out of scan distance. My God. Good control right there from Gumi. He almost went back in and died. But that was really excellently done. No other scan as of yet. So he's going to continue to bash on these SCVs. This is really solid, really good damage. Look at this. Dude, 7 SCVs. Good micro. Look at Byun's micro. He's picking up the SCVs that are getting attacked. Because he has no more mana to heal them. Finally gets another scan out, but loses 9 SCVs. Now we have another Banshee going to the natural. I think this is very close to a scan, this one. Looks really, really close. Backs up. 23 workers to 40 right now. Gumiho looking primed to win this tournament. Oh my god, the damage is so absurd. Twice the workers for Gumiho there. Look at that, 44 to 22. Just insane. 44 is basically 2 base saturation. And then, you know, 22 is like 1 base. So, obviously when you're spreading them across patches... Well, actually in StarCraft 2, it doesn't even work like that. So, yeah, 22 is just bad, bad, bad. Now, 3 factories going to be going up here. That means Gumiho obviously going into mech from here. As long as he defends this counterattack that's coming up, which it seems impossible for him to lose to, I can't see a way for Byun out of this. Like, when your economy is this far behind, and your opponent is going for very cost-efficient units that are hard to attack with, or attack into, you can't really get counter damage, right? Well... Let's see. Let's see. 3 medevacs. Gonna boost up into that main base. Put some serious damage. In fact, pops a medevac. Did that still have a tank in it? I am not entirely sure. But this drop is actually a lot better than I envisioned it being. His tanks were pretty out of position. Throwing down some auto turrets here. Oh god, those auto turrets are absolutely amazing. Oh my god. The Vikings being pushed really far back. The remaining siege tanks trying to fight here. And Gumi just holds. Doesn't really lose workers, though. So he trades army for the most part. And maintains a gigantic worker advantage. That was way better from Byun than I thought it would be. Completely honest. Like, when he was moving across, I'm like, I don't know about this. Like, you know, we're sitting here on 4 Vikings, a Raven, multiple siege tanks, but he dropped in the best location possible, I think. And those auto turrets really, really helped us swing the battle more into his favor as well. Okay, Gumi gonna get his 3rd base up and mining. Lots of scans going down. Just trying to figure out exactly where each other are at. Obviously, very important to try to figure out, like, okay, what's the unit comp looking like? Where's your army kind of positioned? What bases are you taking? Right? Like, for instance, Byun taking a very different base than where Gumiho is. Gumiho kind of guarding that 3rd base location from Byun anyways with his Cyclones here. Vikings flying towards the main. Hey, this could be a box art moment. Yeah, dude. This is what they wanted the Viking to do when they first made it. Is fly into people's bases and harass. It's a rare thing, but there it is. GG! And Gumiho wins the tournament.